Over the past 2 years, I've been struggling with depression. So in the midst of that, I wrote Redeem. I know that God is my rock and my refuge. I know that Christ is my hope. I know that my struggles on earth are temporary. Yet sometimes this fleeting life seems eternal. This is a very personal song for me.
Well, Laura was going through a really rough time, and she was at a point where she felt like life was meaningless. And one day, we were sitting at our desk, and she had her guitar in her hand, and all of a sudden, she just strummed on her guitar, and she sang, "Broken pieces, shattered dreams." And then she looked at me, and she asked, "What rhymes with dream?" And I was like, "Redeem?" And so she thought for a bit, and then she finished it with, "Poor choices I wish I could redeem." And for a while, that's how it went. Laura would sing a line, and then she'd ask me for a rhyming word, and I would give one to her, and she'd finish that line. Then when she showed me the chorus that she'd written, I told her right away that I really liked it. But I was like, "Laura, it's kind of depressing."
This song was where I was at when I wrote it. I love how it just came together, but I struggled with the ending. I realized this is a process song, and it was a personal process for me.
The beginning of it is kind of discouraging and a little disheartening.
I've had weeks when life feels purposeless. I've had days when I feel hopeless. And on my own, I am.
And then when you get towards the middle of the song, it's getting a little better, and you can tell the person saying it is starting to get on the right track.
But this is where Jesus changes everything. He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Come, though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as snow. Come, though they are red as crimson, they shall be like wool."
And then finally, when you get to the bridge, it comes down to, "Take my pieces, shattered dreams, my poor choices, Jesus come redeem."
The bridge of this song is the bridge between where we start and where we end. It's Christ's work on the cross. It's God's grace and our surrender to Him.
By the time the song was actually finished, I probably only helped with maybe 4 words. But I thought it was pretty neat that one of the words that I came up with, "Redeem," ended up being the title of the song.
In essence, this song is just part of my spiritual journey, put to melody. When I'm discouraged, He says, "I can give you purpose." When I feel anxious, He says, "I can bring peace." When I see my failures and mistakes, God says, "I can redeem."